guys, it's Brigitte here, and I'm sitting here with the beautiful Kat from Frenck.
Yay!
And Kat from Frenck runs the Born to Fly Academy here in St. Pete, and she's also a spiritual healer. Now, Kat, I'm going to ask you to elaborate on that. What does it mean to be a spiritual healer?
Well, for me, being a spiritual healer is I provide a sacred space for others who may feel suffering, pain, or sadness to connect with their higher self and their divine self, the pure essence of who they truly, truly are, which is connected to our Creator. So as I create this space for them, it opens up their heart on other levels so that they can go within on mind, body, spirit levels, find maybe attachments or distorted energy that no longer is serving them, even old programs and beliefs that were given to them as they were growing up that are really not true. So in my sacred space, I connect them to their higher self, their divine purpose, and bring that forth into the physical realm, integrating their spirit with their physical body. And when you do that, it opens up a gateway for deep healing on a core level, a genetic level, a historical level, and a soul level.
So karmic as well, what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, so allowing them to tap into all of those parts of themselves through spiritual healing.
What motivates you to do what you do? And how did you start?
Well, what motivated me is my own healing. I feel like I suffered a lot of trauma, a lot of aggressive behavior taken out on me. And I feel like that was actually a karmic lesson for me. I feel like maybe in a past life that I was very angry and aggressive towards other people. And so as I was a child, that's what I was receiving, was a lot of anger, aggression, being beaten and stuffed out, and not being able to speak my truth. So I went through my own healing crisis of connecting with my spirit. And when that happened, it opened me up like never before. It did send me on a healing crisis, but I learned to heal it through connecting with my higher self, through different channels, light beings such as Jesus and Mother Mary and Kuan Yin. I found myself connecting to these entities of love, and it was bringing healing for me to a point where I became so confident in my own personal power and willing to live life how I felt was best for me, that I wanted to turn around and share that knowing with other people, because I resonated with their suffering, and I'm an empath, so I can feel people suffering and pain and sadness and certain behaviors that they act upon that are not serving them. So I chose to be an example, an inspiration for other people to come to me willingly to connect with true unconditional love and source energy, and allow me to support them on their healing journey. And it became so effective. Just simply holding space and listening to someone is healing. So that's how it's evolved to where I was just holding space for people, to where I wanted to educate the masses on these different types of healing modalities that we use at Born to Fly Academy. So that's really how it's evolved.
And when did you first become a healer?
I feel like I've been a healer always, but it was on my 29th birthday that I had a death experience, and the angels brought me back and told me that I had a purpose and that I was needed, and that I needed to work through my own healing so that I could heal the world through me. And I was just blown away by this. And there was a specific scripture that I found when I was going through my healing awakening. And it was in the book of John. I don't remember exactly the scripture, but it said, "Do not fear, for you are a child of God, and you have been chosen as counsel, and I send you the Holy Spirit to teach you all that you need to know." And from that moment on, I knew that I was here to counsel, to be a way shower, to hold space and love and light for other people to heal through my own healing. So it's been very gratifying to know that just being me is helping other people.
You know, I think the beauty of you is, and you taught me Karuna recently, and that's like torn me apart and put me back together. That's how I feel.
That's what happens.
Yeah. So it was a very physical experience for me. But what I find in you is you have no ego. You are just who you are. and you are so full of unconditional love towards everyone and everything, and that's, you know, that is a rare find, and I find that amazing.
Some people like it and some people don't, but that's okay. That's okay. I just allow love to flow through me because that's our purpose, to be love. And I'm not responsible for anybody's reaction, whether they want to be with me or not. It doesn't matter. I'm just here to be love, and I feel that doing that is attracting the people who I feel comfortable with being around.
Correct. Because they are at your same frequency.
Yep. And I feel a lot of love and a lot of support, more than I've ever felt in my entire life.
So let's go to your Born to Fly Academy.
Born to Fly Academy.
How did that come about?
It started in my backyard.
Really?
It started in my backyard. I wanted to, I was doing tarot at the time. So tarot and crystals was like my gateway to connecting with spirit and doing rituals and invocation. So I wanted to start teaching people that. So I put out like a meetup teaching tarot and crystal healing, and I was doing it in my backyard, and all of a sudden all these people started showing up. One time I just wanted to cancel and have a day to myself, and I opened the door and there were like 6 people waiting for me to teach them. So I was like, okay, so something's happening, I'm being used. So it was in my backyard. And then eventually I moved across the street from First Unity Spiritual Campus, and then I started teaching at Wings Bookstore.
Okay, yeah.
So that's really where I stepped into the power of being a teacher. And it was a great opportunity for me, but then I became really successful in what I was doing to a point where I understood I needed to do my own thing in my own space rather than trying to fit into a mold that somebody else had created. So I felt myself being pushed into a place of creating my own. So I did that. I rented a little small space. It was bigger than I thought that I would find. And my friends were painting it with me, and they're like, what are you gonna do with this space? You have so much space. I'm like, I'm gonna put people in it, and I'm gonna teach them, and I'm gonna hold their hand and wipe their tears while they cry, and I'm gonna empower them to be the healer that they are. Because all of us are healers. And I feel like when I was growing up, I didn't have someone to empower me and tell me that my psychic abilities were good. And I wanted to be that for other people, to empower them and to open them up to using these abilities. And it's just evolved from that. And now we have 12 instructors.
Great.
I know, it really is. We have a Born to Fly leadership team of healers that are working with us. It's expanded. Last year, my word was global. And so now we have a global audience online. We have online courses. We have a Born to Fly tribe group of 1,800 members.
I know, that's really good.
So it's really just evolved, and it's coming from a place of allowance. Hearing my guidance, seeing what I need to do, and just doing it. Even when sometimes I'm too tired to do it, when I step into the power of the divine, it flows
it's
through
also
me.
Manifesting, you know, what you visualize, you really put out there.
Yeah, and I knew that it was going to get big, so I was calling forth other healers that saw the value in what I was doing, and that also had the dedication to show up and be a part of something. And I think it all just comes from, in the past, trying to fit into other people's ideas when I have my own idea. And so now I'm standing in that idea, and it's attracting other people who share that idea.
Well, you stand in your own power.
Yeah, and empowering others to do the same, because I'm very inclusive with what we do at Born to Fly. We do it together. It's the Born to Fly team, not the cat team. We are doing it together, and that's what's motivating me, because it's changing people's lives. And I feel a part of a family, which is all I've ever wanted.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, I wanted a family, so I made it.
And you give a lot of workshops, so what have you got coming up? Because I know you just taught Karuna. So.
Yeah, we taught Karuna Reiki this past weekend, and then on April 1st I'm teaching Usui Reiki, which is more of a beginner level for those who are opening up to being intuitive. I also do crystal sound baths, and when I do it in my own space, it's much more shamanic than when I do it at First Unity Spiritual Campus, because when I'm in my own space, those who are there with me are being drawn to me and what I'm doing. So I just allow my channel to flow. And I do sound baths, shamanic healing, I channel light language. I do energy empowerment for empaths, because there's a lot of very sensitive people that are out there that get absorbed and consumed by other people's energy. So I wanted to create an opportunity and specific techniques that were channeled by the divine to clean and clear their energy field so that they can stand in their power and know what it feels like to be in their energy instead of their energy and everyone else's energy.
That makes sense.
So that's a really popular workshop that we have. I also do an altar building workshop once a month. It usually syncs up with the moon, so I'll do a ritual, whether it's bringing in energy for the new moon or releasing energy for the full moon. I focus on creating an altar and teaching people how to invoke spirit, because I think that in society in the past it was woo-woo and you don't do that, but it's a very powerful thing.
What is it, with crystals?
I create an altar with crystals, and then specific goddess energy, angel energy, ascended master energy, and we call them into the space. My teachings are very experiential. I want you to experience it, because that's how you learn it and grasp it. So I do the rituals on my own. So I felt like, well, let's do a workshop and invite people to come and do it with me. And it's growing. We are getting a lot of the same people who are coming, and we're building energy together and doing healing work together. And it's wonderful, because there's still insecurity for people who are spiritual and who are psychic, intuitive healers. So I want to create a space for them to feel comfortable enough to do the healing and to do the work, and that's what we do at Born to Fly through the workshops, manifesting the life that you desire. There's so much, and you can find all the workshops online at borntoflyacademy.com.
That's why you always say you're born to fly.
Yes, we are born to fly, and fly means first love yourself. Because as healers, we tend to gravitate to those who need help, but we are the ones that need to do the healing work for ourselves. And by doing that, we're healing others, because we're all one in the same sense.
Well, of course, there is that saying, healer, heal thyself first.
Yes, heal yourself first, love yourself first. Just like the stewardess puts the mask on before everyone else, I think that I'm creating a space to remind people to put yourself first and then others.
Yeah, your meditations are also very powerful, but I know you also give meditation and healing at First Unity on Wednesday night.
Yeah, every Wednesday at 6 p.m. we do a meditation at First Unity Spiritual Campus, and through the Divine I've created a team of healers who come regularly, and they're of service, and they do healing work on those who are open and willing to receive. And the meditation has evolved. I've been doing it for 4 years now, and now it's a long time.
It's growing.
I started as someone attending, and then someone like stepping onto the stage to I'm conducting it, and I'm playing the sound and leading the meditation. It's been a wild ride. some insecurities, but also knowing
That's how you grow.
that I need to stand in it and be the example, because there's so many other people who want to lead, want to share, but they're too afraid. So if they see that I do it anyway, I'm a spiritual being, but I'm also a human being,
Yeah.
and my hands shake and I forget words, but I do it anyway.
Yeah.
And that's what I wish to be for everyone, is inspiration.
So I'm going to tell you, because Kat started meditation over the weekend, and when I looked down, you know, I'm not ashamed to say it, there was all dribble, dribble, dribble.
You went far, far away.
Very far. And then when you said, come back to Gaia, that's when I came back. And then I looked down and my shirt was completely wet.
Yes. Yeah, my meditations definitely go really deep. I've noticed time to time some people don't get it and some people really get it, but I just am here to educate the masses and introduce people to higher level concepts, universal concepts that are ancient, that just have been forgotten. And so by the power invested in me through spirit, I allow it to flow, and I pray that people wake up to it and understand it.
You know, I used to be one of these people, and especially when it came to meditation and healing and everything, that you had to see. You really had to see. But then you're analyzing. So, you know, for me to do the meditation and think, okay, I'm gone, but I'm back. I know that healing took place. Something happened, something was integrated, and that's okay.
And that's all you need. There's no need to control, analyze, just be.
Exactly, just be. So I've had to learn that. And that's the same with healing. When I first started out, it was really like, but I have to see something.
Yeah, but you don't.
You don't.
Some people hear, some people see, some people feel. But the more you exercise your intuitive muscles, the more they expand. And then all of a sudden you do see.
Well, it's like riding a bike or going to the gym, you know, you have to keep practicing. You have to keep at it.
Yeah, well, I'm doing it all day, every day. So I think I'm getting pretty good at it, but it's really just channeling, being open to the divine and source. Whatever is needing to come through, I just allow it, and it feels so good.
What else is in the pipeline?
I feel that spirit is going to put me in a position where I can travel and do global conferences and speaking and mass healings and activations in like stadium type places. And I'm going to grow my team into a place of power where they're working and running Born to Fly Academy. And I'm calling them from Thailand after my conference. And, hey, everybody, how are you doing? And they're telling me about how many people have enrolled in the courses. And, you know, I'm flying all over the world with my soon-to-be husband, healing people on a mass scale. And I feel like right now I'm in training. Spirit is providing opportunities for me to stand on stage, to speak and to meet with, you know, spiritual leaders from all over the world. So I feel like right now I'm being trained for some really serious big work, and I'm ready. And however it unfolds, I will just be willing to just flow with it. But I surely hope it does take me to Thailand and like tropical places.
Focusing on that, you will.
Thailand.
You will.
Yeah, I definitely am attracted to that space, and I see myself, you know, standing on a stage and doing mass healings and invocations and activations and downloads for hundreds and thousands of people.
I think that's wonderful.
And I'm not scared. No. I'm ready. And I'm so grateful for First Unity Spiritual Campus and Born to Fly Academy for providing me a space and opportunity for growth.
Yeah. Well, I think it's amazing. I think the work that you do is amazing.
Thank you.
And I hope it's really going to grow and grow and grow.
It is growing. We're experiencing it already. So I just want to inspire all of you who are watching this to be in your power, to believe in yourself, no matter how crazy it may sound. If you really feel it, be it, and then you will feel miracles in everything that you do.
Thank you so much, Kat.
Thank you for asking.
Holding your
I have Sodalite.
Sodalite, that's beautiful.
Sodalite is a crystal for communication within your community. So it's connecting with the community and being willing to share your truth with those who you feel connected with.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.